Hello and welcome to the first ever YouTube video from Robert Callander Eyewear. Welcome to the practice. Thank you very much for tuning in, if indeed tuning in is what you do on YouTube. You've got me looking a wee bit casual, because anyone who knows me knows I'm usually a suit and tie guy, but we're under coronavirus lockdown and I thought I should make the best of the time that we've got available. This being our first video, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about us, about the practice, and give you half a dozen things to think about when you're choosing an optician. So this is a boutique practice that we have here in Linlithgow. Linlithgow is a market town about 18 miles outside Edinburgh, 20 minutes on the train, junction 3 on the M9 if you want to drive up to see us. Linlithgow is a lovely place to be. It has a historic palace, it's got a beautiful loch to walk around. There's a canal basin which is a tourist attraction too, and there's plenty of places for you to stop to have lunch. So Linlithgow is worth a visit in its own right. But one of the highlights on Linlithgow High Street, even though I do say so myself, is our little boutique eyewear practice, which is a little bit special. The practice is 19 years old and we have an established client base now that many of whom travel to us quite a long way. Some from the Highlands and Islands, they come down to see us. Some travel up as far as from the Cotswolds, and the reason that they do that is because we've got really quite an exceptional selection of eyewear and a unique way of helping clients to choose that and to make sure that we've got the right eyewear solution for their needs. And fundamentally they come here for the best specs they've ever had. So one thing to consider is how long is the eye examination. On average in the UK, 20 minutes is all that gets booked, and 20 minutes is enough to go through the mechanics of a standard eye test. It's enough to get basic history and symptoms and to do the fundamental tests that are needed. But it isn't enough to discuss you. It isn't enough to go deep and ask about how you use your eyes, how you use your glasses, your specific needs and interests. So we book 40 minutes. We expect you to be in practice for an hour or so, in fact, so you should schedule an hour for it. You have 40 minutes in the test room with Claudine, the optometrist, and then she'll pass information to me and to Emily in the front so that we can make sure that that information comes through to finish up with the best possible glasses for your needs at the end of the day. Are they really experts in eyewear? As a dispensing optician, I'm professionally qualified to understand your frame and lens requirements. I'm trained to measure and fit precisely. The thing to be careful of is that in most optical practices, you will have your eye exam by a qualified optometrist, but then the spectacle side of the business is handed over to unqualified sales staff. Further, if you have a look at most opticians' websites or their adverts, you'll see that they make a very long list of things they claim to be specialists in. They'll say that they're specialists in designer glasses and contact lenses and laser surgery and low vision, paediatric eye care, corporate eye care, visual stress, colour vision. The list goes on and on. It's a mile long. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I think that in order to be a specialist, you have to specialise in something, and I specialise in eyewear. Do they offer a free pre-consultation? Before you commit to an eye exam, because really you should get your eye test and your glasses from the same place, it's really important that you check out that this optician can provide everything that you need. Especially in Scotland, because the NHS will only pay for your eye test once every couple of years for most people. So don't use your eye exam ticket in a practice that can't deliver on the goods. So it's worth booking time to have a chat before you commit to an eye examination to talk about what your problems are, what your visual needs are, what you're looking for from a pair of glasses, and make sure that that optician can deliver. They should be able to talk you through the options that are likely to be available for you. Odd things can always come up in the test, so you can't take it as a guarantee, but they should be able to give you a genuine, likely outcome. They should be able to give you options on frame selection, lens options, and probable pricing, and then you can be sure that you're in the right place before you make any kind of commitment. They should do this, they should schedule this for 15, maybe 20 minutes. It should be free of charge, and there should be no obligation for you to buy at the end. It's like a job interview. It's two people. No, it's like a first date. It's two people deciding if they're right for each other before they commit to anything bigger. Do they have the right frame collection for you? Most of the high street chains sell the same tired old designer brands. Strangely, most independent practices that I know do the same, they just follow suit. I suspect it's because they don't know any better. The thing about the so-called designer brands is that they're all made by a handful of global mass production companies. They just stick exclusive labels and badges onto the side so that they can charge you a premium for it. The real fashion designers, who are experts at making dresses or making handbags, they don't know a thing about how to make a beautiful, durable and comfortable spectacle frame. However, there are a few independent opticians who specialise in artisan handcrafted frames. They work with niche frame makers who have genuine passion for creating frames that you'll love to wear. They are designed for individuals who appreciate superior craftsmanship and a bit of individuality. These manufacturers make much smaller quantities and couldn't make enough for a national optical chain even if they wanted. But if you are looking for something a bit less ordinary, then they are for you. So you should ask where the optician gets their frames. The good ones will tell you excitedly about trips to Copenhagen, Berlin, Paris, Venice, even London. In fact, my last outing, the first weekend in March, just before coronavirus locked us down, was a trip to the Left Bank in Paris to Caroline Abraham's boutique to see the new collection being launched there.